The ship descended through the blue haze of the royal world, and Tom felt the quiet shake of the landing pads as they settled into place. He had come as part of a small aid group sent from a distant human colony. His task was simple. He would help where he could and return home. The mission sounded ordinary on paper, but Tom had learned that nothing stayed ordinary out here. Not when the royal species lived with ancient traditions and delicate customs that humans barely understood. Tom had read books about them, yet he still felt unprepared. The air that rushed through the hatch felt warm and heavy. Tom stepped out with slow care. His boots touched stone that shimmered under the sunlight. Tall trees with glowing vines lined the walkway that led toward the palace. He followed the others until they reached a room where the royal attendants waited. Their eyes were large and bright, as if they could read thoughts that were never spoken. The attendants guided the aid group inside, asking them to remove their equipment and follow the path of quiet lights toward the hall where the queen waited. The queen ruled this world for decades, and her people trusted her with a devotion Tom had rarely seen among humans. When Tom entered the hall, he noticed the silence first. It wrapped itself around him like a soft blanket. Large walls curved upward, holding designs that moved faintly, as though alive. The queen stood at the far end. Her clothing shone like morning water. She was tall, graceful, and carried a calm focus that made Tom straighten his posture without thinking. Tom bowed slightly, unsure of the proper greeting. The queen raised a hand in response and welcomed the group. Her voice was gentle but firm. She thanked the aid team for coming to her world and explained that sickness had troubled her people. Tom listened and kept his tone respectful when he replied. The queen seemed to appreciate sincerity more than formality. Days passed as the team worked in the palace district. Tom found himself guiding young workers, treating minor injuries, and offering his strength whenever needed. The queen watched the team from time to time. She had a personal interest in the well-being of her people. Her presence always brought a peaceful hush to the area. Yet Tom noticed that something weighed on her mind. One morning, a royal attendant rushed into the courtyard where Tom was repairing a broken cart. Her tone trembled as she informed him that the queen's child had become ill. It was not an ordinary illness. The child had been touched by a rare energy in the deep caves below the palace. The energy caused a burning feeling under the skin and disrupted breathing. It was not fatal, but it brought strong pain. The royal species had a way to treat it, but the treatment required someone to take the discomfort into themselves for a while. Usually it was done by trained healers, but none were available at the moment. The energy had weakened those who tried earlier. The attendant looked at Tom with a kind of hope that felt heavy. She said the queen asked for him specifically. Tom did not understand why. He had no special skills beyond his steady nature and simple discipline. Yet he followed the attendant without hesitation. The queen stood near her child's resting chamber. Her calm face now carried strain. She explained that the healing device would draw the pain from the child and transfer it to whoever held the device's outer ring. That person would feel burning pressure and waves of discomfort until the device released them. Tom listened and considered the risks. He asked how long it would last. The queen said it depended on the strength of the holder. Tom nodded. He said he could try. The queen hesitated for the first time since he met her. She asked if he was certain. Tom answered that he could not stand aside while a child suffered. The queen gave a slow nod and thanked him. She rested a hand over her heart to show respect. The attendants placed Tom beside the sleeping child. The child breathed in shallow pools, and light shimmered around the small frame. Tom steadied his hands as they placed the ring in his grip. The moment they activated the device, a deep flash of heat rushed into Tom's body. It spread from his palms up his arms and into his chest. He felt waves of discomfort roll through him. It was sharp, but not harmful. Yet it pressed hard against his senses. Tom closed his eyes and focused on slow breathing. Each inhale felt like lifting a weight. Each exhale felt like releasing it. He kept reminding himself that the child needed this. The moments stretched longer. Sweat formed on his forehead. His legs trembled. But he stayed steady. The queen watched without moving. Her expression held gratitude and concern. She could not help, but she stood close enough that Tom felt her presence like a pillar behind him. After some time, the waves of discomfort began to ease. The device glowed softly. The child's breathing deepened, steady and calm. Tom felt the heat fade slowly from his chest. When the device released, Tom's arms dropped to his sides. Attendants caught him before he fell. Tom sat on the floor while his vision cleared. The queen approached and placed a cloak around his shoulders. Her voice held deep appreciation. She thanked him again and again. She said he gave relief to her child when she had no other hope at that moment. Tom tried to stand, but the queen told him to rest. She ordered her attendants to give him a room near the royal chambers. She wanted him close in case he needed help. Tom followed them quietly. He did not want special treatment, yet he did not have the strength to argue. By evening, news spread across the palace. Tom became known as the human who took the agony meant for the royal child. Some whispered that he held uncommon resilience. Others said humans must carry a unique inner strength. Tom felt embarrassed by the attention. He only did what anyone should do in the same situation. The queen visited him the next morning. She asked how he felt. Tom said he was fine, only a little tired. She studied him with careful eyes. She said she wanted him to stay for a while so they could ensure his health recovered. Tom thought she meant a few days, but she insisted on longer. She claimed that the device may have effects that showed slowly, though Tom suspected she simply did not want to release him yet. Over the next days, she spoke with Tom often. She asked him about his home, his work, and his view of life among the stars. Tom answered honestly. He told her that humans learn to adapt by supporting each other. He told her that his colony was small, but filled with people who fought through hardship together. The queen listened with interest. She admired that strength. She said her people valued harmony and balance, but they did not face danger the way humans often did. She believed this gave humans an energy that surprised her. Tom found the queen's honesty refreshing. She carried wisdom, yet she also carried curiosity. She asked him why he chose to take the pain for her child without fear. Tom answered that he could not stand by when someone suffered. He said life was too short to ignore chances to help. The queen seemed moved by his words. She said very few in her own court would act so quickly and selflessly. A week passed. The queen asked Tom if he planned to return home soon. Tom said he would leave once he knew the child was fully healed. The queen paused. She admitted she did not want him to leave. Tom felt startled. He asked why. She said his presence brought a steady comfort to her people. She said her child slept peacefully when he sat near. She believed he carried a calm spirit that the palace had not felt in a long time. Tom felt unsure how to respond. He did not expect such attachment. He explained that humans were travelers by nature. He said he still had duties back home. The queen nodded, but did not hide her disappointment. She said she wished to keep him close as a trusted guest, maybe even as a guide between their species. Tom understood the honor behind her request. He also understood the weight of it. The next days brought gentle discussions between them. The queen showed Tom parts of the palace not open to visitors. She guided him through gardens that glowed softly at night. She introduced him to scholars who recorded ancient knowledge. Tom found himself growing fond of the place. Its peaceful rhythm felt different from the busy pace of human worlds. Yet he also missed the open fields of his home colony. He missed the simplicity of his shared work there. The Queen sensed this. One evening she asked him again if his heart leaned toward leaving. Tom hesitated. She asked if he feared that staying would trap him. He said he respected her world, but did not want to be kept by force. The Queen assured him that she would never force him. She said she only wished he understood how much his kindness meant to her family. The Queen's child entered the room during that moment. The child walked with energy and held a small carving made from palace stone. The child placed it in Tom's hands as a gift. Tom smiled warmly. The gift felt like a symbol of gratitude that words could not express. The Queen watched the interaction with quiet emotion. She said that her child felt safe around him and that such trust was rare. Each day strengthened the bond between Tom and the royal family. The people of the palace welcomed him as one of their own. Yet Tom still questioned his place. He spent time under the night sky thinking about the path ahead. One night the Queen approached him where he sat on a stone path. She asked what troubled him. He said he feared disappointing her. She told him that true disappointment came only from dishonesty. She asked him to speak his feelings openly. Tom explained that he cared for the royal family, but did not wish to abandon his people. He feared that staying too long would cut him.